Hi friends, I'm the vegan. Quick and easy salad today. Endives I have, and that's the way how I proceed usually. I have endives, and I have a new dressing. So, what can I do with the new dressing and the endives? I make an endive salad because that is the queen of salads, I always say. Don't know where I got that from, but it is really a queen. It is a king or a queen, whatever you like, because it's a little bit more expensive than the other salads, the other lettuces, and it is more durable. It's firm leaves, high nutrition. You can store it for some time in the fridge. It doesn't wilt, so it's really practical. It's a little bit slightly bitter, and you don't get it that often in the shops. Yeah, the huge heads you have there. You know, I take up some leaves. This head was not that big. It doesn't fit in my fridge, but there's the smaller heads okay. I take the leaves off whenever I want to use it. I wash it, spit it in a salad spinner, and I cut it into thin stripes. So that's what I do with the endives, because as I said, they are firm. That means I can cut them into thin stripes without mashing them up in the salad with the dressing and the other ingredients. I couldn't do that with lettuce, for example. A simple lettuce, tender leafy green. You can't even cut that with a knife that easily. You have to cut whole leaves, big chunks, big pieces, and then you can easily, carefully draft the salad. Not mashing the leaves. Wow, lettuce is super delicious, but not so easy to make. You want to put some other ingredients in there. So the thin stripes are good for the texture. You can do that, and they are bitter a little bit. Also means more nutrients. The bitterness, but when you cut them into thin stripes, the bitter flavor is easier. You get beautiful, right? I like this view from these endive salads. So I cut them into stripes like this. They're beautiful like this. You know, I almost like a veggie pasta, veggie noodles, a little bit like that. Yeah. I have to be more careful with these because they are more tender than veggie noodles, of course. But when they are thin, the leaves, the stripes, I can combine them with other ingredients, and the bitter flavor gets more balanced, easily balanced. Today I have one more slightly bitter salad. It's radicchio. Also, that's a wonderful salad. You see these leaves, the beautiful color. They're also firm, and they also have wonderful nutrients. And the firm leaves, here's just a handful of leaves here, you see. Also easy to store in the refrigerator. You can store them for a longer time. That makes it so nice with these slightly bitter salads, lettuces. And this here radicchio, I cut them into these quarters here always. Don't know why. They are shaped like a hand. Yeah? And somehow this shape invites me to cut them like this, just in quarters. Not too small, not too big. They're too big because when they're too bitter, when they're bitter, you want to combine them easily with others. And the larger the leaves, the more difficult is it to combine with others. The more they stand out. When they are bitter, usually you want to make them easier, to be combined easier. But look at these colors. The colors, aren't they just like a painting or like a poem for the eyes? Really dark red, green, white. I mean, so delicious to watch. So then, so this is a slightly bitter combination now. But you have this crunchy leaves, and it's not really bitter, not like tart or so. It's slightly bitter, and the bitter flavors, they are usually to cleanse the liver. Gallbladder also makes a bitter liquid, cleanses everything out. So bitter is usually to cleanse and also to fend off eating enemies. And many plants have bitter parts like the skin, the peel, or the whole flavor of the leaf or so, to make other animals not eat it. Because the animals usually, they want high energy, they want something sweet. And then when it's bitter, they don't eat it they don't like to eat it. Sometimes, you know, cats at home also, they like to eat grass or whatever, you have something bitter to cleanse, yeah? They do that too. They know that the bitter is to cleanse. But it is a flavor of many flavors. We have 4 or 5 or so. Different sweet, sour, bitter, and so on. Acidity and so on. And salty and so on, I don't know. Then, when you combine all the flavors, you have one complete flavor. And bitter plays a small role in that. It's a good one. Yeah, it makes it more holistic, the flavor. But not too much. It shouldn't stand out. So I have to put now other flavors in there that do that. They balance it. And one is, there are many ways to balance bitter. This is a radish. Radishes. I have a large amount of radishes here. That's a cup almost. These are wonderful, really. You can eat them. I quartered them. You can eat them as is if you like. Some people don't like that because they're a little sharp. Radish is one of these plants like onion, radish, and so I could also put onions in there, but that would be a little bit too much. Instead, I take a radish here, the sharp flavor here, and sharp flavor I think also is nice to balance the bitter. Yeah. Not only sweet, also sharp can balance bitter. So I put that in here. And the crunch too. The crunch is a very nice experience and very expressive, and we have such a sensual explosion, like a crunch into a sharp radish, that balances automatically. Yeah? It puts in the background the bitter flavors. So I thought maybe let's try to balance this with a lot of radishes here. I love radishes. So that's now number 3. And then I have a topping. It's also to balance the bitter, of course. It's a beautiful avocado, as you see. Also have large pieces here. Yeah, they are soft and ripe, and I don't want to cut it too small because then the pieces, they won't be so beautiful anymore. They melt away in the salad when you put the dressing on top, and I want to have them a little bit more expressive, more visible. But the fat here, healthy fat in the avocado, also it's a perfect way to balance bitter flavors. So avocado is in here, and I will see now in a moment if that works, if the plan works, if my dressing can balance these ingredients together. And here's my dressing. This is a sesame cashew dressing, sesame seeds and cashew. More cashew, a lot more cashew than sesame seeds. A little bit of lemon, not too much. Chili pepper and salt and water. How to make this sesame cashew dressing, you find a link to a video under this video. And it's really a nice one because the bitter sesame, again, the earth bitter like, it's not like a bitter like these others. It's more earth tone, a kind of earth flavor. It's slightly bitter. And that brings out a very special flavor in the cashew that I didn't know. Cashew have a smokiness to themselves, a smoky flavor that only comes out with sesame seeds or tahini. You got to try this dressing really to find this fascinating flavor from the cashew. And I didn't know it before I made this dressing. I'm really amazed. So let's see now if that works. It's a nice and creamy dressing. The cashew is a cashew cream with sesame seeds, and it's a little bit hot in there too with the cashew with the chili pepper, and a little bit of sour here with the salt and the lemon. I put a lot of dressing on top of here because I think these bitter leaves, they would like a little bit more dressing, and as they are firm leaves, they can do with a creamy dressing without mashing up, getting wilty and not delicious anymore. Salad needs to be crunchy, fresh. You cannot mash a salad that leaves, you know, that wouldn't be nice for the salad. Usually, yeah. So I'll toss it now. I'm very excited now about this. I have no idea if it works. I mean, sometimes I make a recipe, I have to admit, I just follow my feeling, my intuition, and to put something together. And then some days I have to say, no, that was not what I wanted to have. Yeah, you never know when you try a new recipe every single day. That can happen, yeah. And I don't regret that. I just eat the salad then or whatever I made. Usually it's not that bad, you know. It's usually when something goes not perfect, it is not bad. You know, it's still good. I can still eat that without feeling bad or so, because I know something about ingredients. You know, the experience, how they taste, and that they work together a little bit. Yeah, I'm not totally off, but it wouldn't be nice to serve something like that to my friends or to you. When I don't really feel that, that's great. Yeah, but I still can eat it. Now let's see what this is. I will try. Put some of the leaves here on a spoon and try. Wow. Really nice. I can taste the bitter flavor when I continue chewing, but there are all the other flavors already. There is the radish, there is the cashew sesame cream, the lemon and the chili, the sharp flavor. It's very pleasant. Wow. It's a wonderful, very powerful scent. I think that's right where I need that now. Yeah, it's a wonderful, super healthy, leafy green, dark leafy green salad with a strong, intense flavor. Delicious, but really another kind, really again, a new kind of salad again, a new kind of flavor. It's worth trying. I would like to know how you feel about it. Try, tell me about it if you like, and maybe like my video, subscribe, and be vegan on YouTube. Very welcome. I have another recipe every single day, and find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.